3 strategies that you can use in terms of fat loss if you are an executive, a business owner, or just a professional with a very hectic work schedule. So number 1, I would say start the day off right. Typically, if you're not intermittent fasting, i.e. you've got a smaller eating window and you're eating later in the day, if you're having breakfast, first thing, I would say opt for a low carbohydrate, moderate protein, high fat breakfast. This could be meat and nuts. You can vary it up each day. It's ideal in terms of suppressing your appetite and increasing acetylcholine and dopamine, which is going to help with focus and concentration. The last thing you want is a blood sugar crash that's just going off a cliff at 11 a.m, 1 p.m, when you're in work mode. You want to stay focused. So this is a great way of doing that. That can be combined with, let's say, salmon and pistachios, or steak and almonds. You can vary it up and use different protein and fat sources. But the idea is to keep carbohydrates very, very low. Okay, so number 2, I would say within the context of resistance training, using supersets, trisets, and giant sets can be fantastic. So this is where you do 2, 3, or 4, or even more than that, exercises back to back to back with no rest periods in between. It's going to keep your heart rate elevated. It's going to elicit a fantastic fat loss response, and you're going to get a lot done in a 45 to 60 minute window. It's unbelievable how much work you can get done if you stay focused on that. You might have a 2 to 3 minute rest period in between, but you're going to get a lot done and a lot of muscle groups worked within that sort of block. And then thirdly, tied in at the end of a resistance training session, you can incorporate high intensity interval training or sprint interval training. This is fantastic for fat loss and for revving up your metabolism beyond belief. So this can be done on a skiing ergometer, a rower, even a cross trainer, a prowler, which is fantastic, or if you've got knee trouble, a sled drag. And this ideally would be anywhere between 20 and 40 seconds of about high intensity, and I mean sprinting for your life, to where your heart is almost coming out of your mouth, and then incorporate a rest period in between. That could be anywhere from 30 seconds to 90 seconds. There's obviously different domains and parameters with this, but just as a guideline, 30 to 90 seconds. And then repeating. You can repeat that, say, 2 to 6 times. Anywhere from sort of 5 to 10 minutes, you can get a powerful stimulus in terms of fat loss. And if you combine all of these variables alongside good exercise execution and a good foundation in your diet, it can be very powerful for you. Hopefully this helps.